Javier Bardem, as promised, I will be typing him in Objective Personality System. So, let's start. First of all, he plays all these villains on screen, but if you look at his interviews, his personality feels like unexpectedly tender. That's what I realized, and as you can see, I actually thought like he looks a lot like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who I typed him to be an audio ESTP, not objectively typed. Then I realized in some other videos he reminded me of these two, some ESTPs. And both of them are consumed play blast, so I kind of had that bias. So audio or double masculine ESTP, probably a sleep blast, something like that, around that ballpark. I usually start with the three big coins, which is observer versus decider, tribe versus self, and control versus chaos. So we'll do the same here. Let's check the clips.
True crime stories are so popular. Are they?
Okay, now the first one, observer versus decider. I picked Stephen Colbert because he's an IP, he's a decider, so he has a self at the top. And let's see if there's any contrast in there. But he started with some feelings, some popularity question, and let's see, like we can also have a look at that, and Javier.
Popular in Spain?
Oh yeah, it's popular all over the world, and this show has proved that, no? Because it's
Okay, it feels like sensory.
been #1 for so many weeks and everywhere. I think it's because we all are afraid of becoming something that is out of our hands.
Okay, it looks like he's going into a decider weird topic right now. Let's see what's gonna happen, because he looks like he has no problem with it, talking about this kind of stuff in public.
In some
That
way.
we might be
Yeah,
the victim, or that we might be the murderer?
the murderer.
And he giggles all the time. You will see that in him as well. Like with everything, like if he feels a little bit uncomfortable, he laughs. That's also something that maybe feelers do, maybe FE does. Yeah, we're gonna see that, and you can see like he has no problem to see the bad in him.
Is that what you think of when you?
Yeah, I think.
Because that's not what I think
You do
of.
look like a murderer, but I'm sure you, in one moment, would have liked to kill someone, right? And of course,
Now you see Steven getting weird, and Javier is like reading him, and he's trying to save it, like trying to talk a little bit more, just to communicate and so on. So he's trying his best.
your ethics, of course, your ethics and your morality.
A little bit of bow down as well.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Let's have fun with it now. Okay, to me, Javier feels more on the observer side until now.
In 2013, Belgian psychiatry professors found 126 psychopathic characters in 400 films.
This also happens with deciders. They don't like when you talk about decider stuff, but they put it on you all the time without realizing, most probably. And now Steven is talking about a villain character that Javier played in the past, and how, like, what a psychopath it was. And let's see how Javier is gonna react.
And says that yours was the most realistic.
That's worrisome.
It's just worrisome. That's it. I know what I am. And he feels a little bit uncomfortable, but let's see why is that.
Why? Because it was so easy?
Coming back to what we were talking before, because that is inside of me.
I thought I wasn't allowed from the previous interaction, but if you're asking me this, you're giving me permission. But I don't know what to do now. That's how it feels like, Let's say high play, but this looks like a tribe above self to me. He's like, okay, Steven, now if you're talking about this, we need to go back to the previous one. That's inside of me. I know that. I'm okay with that, but you're uncomfortable talking about this. I know that because I read you.
So
what do you do to achieve that chilling distance?
I don't know. I guess when you play a villain, you have to feel, as he did, very detached from the victims. Like you don't feel any emotional connection with them.
Emotional connection with them. So that kind of feels like FE language, extroverted feelings. If I would say something else, I believe.
You have to be in control of them because of a higher power or something that you want to impose over them.
Higher power you impose on people. That feels like lust. And in a demon state, he's like, that's not good.
In order to gain your control and have fun doing it. And those are the three things to play a good villain.
Okay, he's blasting and demonizing blast at the same time. It is kind of funny. If you have blustered, that happens sometimes. At the top of his head, he has these three items to talk about how to play a good villain.
I have a question.
I have a question. That's how he starts with the interview. This is right at the beginning of the interview. Now we are looking at a DE decider, so tribe at the top decider. That's Conan, and Javier starts directly with a question. And what is it about? I think that until now I'm leaning on observer. And let's just check also observer versus decider and tribe versus self.
Yes.
What kind of law of physics has your hair broken in order to hold like that?
My hair, yeah. We get a lot of questions about this in America as well.
Spain is really need the answer because it's really weird. I know what
Spain,
it's like.
The people of Spain want to know what's with my hair.
Yeah.
Okay, he's too confident about what the tribe wants, what the tribe needs, and so on. And the first thing is like, first question is about SF. So we all do this without knowing, but when we have our when we are using our extroverted functions, if the other person has the exact opposite functions, which means like they have what you have extroverted, introverted, then they can feel a little bit judged and so on, especially like if they're a decider. And in this case, to be honest, like it's no good because Conan is not only a decider, he has demon SF. They're both introverted and feminine, and at the bottom, like this is really hard for Conan to take.
And I know that is how it feels to be when people make fun of your hair because I did No Country for Old Men.
No one makes fun of my.
Okay, nobody makes fun of Conan's hair. Let's just clarify that. Okay. Javier feels like, okay, he's trying to connect. So in SF, we connect, and he's trying to connect to him. He's like, okay, I relate because I had this similar SF situation. I see the spectrum, and like that's what I had. So let's relate on that. Let's connect on that.
Hair.
But at least, I'm sorry. I know it must be hard, but at least.
Okay, this kind of feels like maybe like a little bit forceful play.
When I finish the movie, I cut it, but you are living with that. It's hard to live with that.
Okay, we are a little bit punchy with SF. Like that's what I see, and he reads the room in a really good way. He's aware of the trap in a really confident way, and Conan, I guess, is like getting a little bit weirded out. This happens when you have DE to DE, tribe of self people talking together. This happens sometimes. Like you both see the other one more clearly. So each side is like, okay, I don't want to be seen. Just get off me.
Yeah. I'm living with this. This is right. It's not real. Look at that.
This sometimes happens as well. I think like deciders do see us observers, so they're like, okay, you're one of those weirdos. Okay, let me just change this turn this into observer thing. It's not real,
Here you go. It's not real. It's not real. It all comes off. It staples in the back and comes forward. Yes, Javier, I have chosen to live with this.
Okay.
This is my badge of shame.
I think we have quite a lot for observer. and I'm also leaning on tribe, but let's just also check for control versus chaos.
It's not a wig. When I first saw that, I thought that it's got to be a wig of some kind.
That was the insanity of the Coen brothers.
I have no problem to call other people insane, even though they're my directors and so on, you know.
They came up with that hairstyle.
Yeah, they put it on my head, and then I have to live with that for 3 months. No matter how I will try to put it right, it will always come to the same position. So I will go around New Mexico shopping with that haircut, and everybody will go really, really, really scared.
Yeah.
Okay, people go scared, and yeah, I track how people feel. That's what he says, and also like they controlled me, especially like in the sensory. You know, sensory has to be like open, extroverted. Like I had to live with that hair for 3 months. They controlled me.
So the role was there.
Because only a sociopathic killer would wear his hair like that.
Exactly.
That's what I mean by sometimes deciders put that on you, you know. And this is the look, if you were wondering. Okay, there were a little bit more to take from this video, but I think until now we proved enough for Observer, and I'm still thinking Tribe and Chaos because he seems like he's not happy with Control. There's more to take from this video. You can check it for yourself as well. So it took him 5 years to realize that painting was not for him. So that can mean demon DI or demon sleep or both. And then unfortunately Conan emphasizes it, and Javier goes, yeah, I'm a bit slow. I mean, he knows he has either demon intuition or demon thinking, maybe both. We are not sure yet, but Conan has NT spectrum, and he's able to see that. So that's how he punches as well. There was also another interesting point about Javier not knowing how to drive because he's afraid of it. And I know like people try to attribute this to demon sensory or sensory in the last animal, but I don't know. I also don't know how to drive or how to ride a bike even. Like I'm afraid. And I know like fear above pain means he's an observer. So it was actually a good point for me. Okay, I just want to make sure about tribe versus self. So for that, let's just check another clip.
Hi GQ, this is Javier Bardem, and these are some of my, as they say, iconic characters. I don't think they're so iconic.
I don't think that. They asked me to do that. They asked me to say that. And then I have to make sure that I'm saying this so that I don't look like a douchebag.
Iconic, but anyway, that's what they asked me to say. But
okay, I think what we're looking at is tribe above self. But yeah, just to make sure, as I think he's on TI-FE axis, what does he say about thinking, about ideas? Let's see.
The body never pretends, the body reacts.
Oh, okay. He started with the body, which might be interpreted as like physical things, sensory.
To what is liked by the body, what is believed by the body.
What is liked, what is believed by the body. Okay, this looks like SF. He has a lot of SF. And to be honest, it feels like masculine SF.
What is experienced by the body. So for me, body is a very important element in performing. If my body doesn't feel...
He's also talking about this importance and so on.
Doesn't believe what I'm saying, what I'm doing, what I'm moving, the way I'm moving, then something wrong I'm doing. So
I believe this is masculine SF. It is so weird. His body has to believe in what he's doing. This is so weird to me.
Time I go to a scene, I find the body first. And then the words come after, but I don't follow the ideas. Ideas are bad.
Ideas are bad, okay. This kind of feels like maybe demon thinking.
Ideas they're not good things for actors because playing idea is something that is in the air.
Okay, this is also interesting. I guess like if this is thinking, this should be feminine thinking, and he's talking about them like they're floating in the air. So, okay, So feminine TI, maybe?
And I personally need bodies that move, bodies that feel. That's because I think we are all feeling. Every time we are constantly feeling. Whatever we register it or not, we are constantly feeling.
Okay, registering it. That's what I do in some other part of my brain. I think, yes, he does remember in the SF world. He's registering stuff in SF. Whether we realize it or not, body registers it, yes, but I'm not aware of it, to be honest.
And that's what makes us different. The way our body moves, expresses.
Also, let's focus on like how he's using his body. He's like using the whole body to express something.
That tells a lot about us, and that's what it's important for me.
Because I'm looking at that in extroverted spectrum, that's why it tells me a lot. I think he has SEFE and it is masculine. In this video clip, let's focus on the control, how he is talking about it. It might be demon I, demon DI. Let's just have a look. He's talking again about the same character, the villain from No Country for Old Men, and how the actions are happening.
The challenge was to create this person who would feel nothing. He will follow his own ethics no matter what, and he will do it against his own will.
Against his own will. That kind of reminds me of my situation. Maybe feminine DI, masculine DE, or maybe it's just tribe that who is calling the shots, where the agency lies.
Yes, that's the crazy part. Like if something beyond his control or over him is telling him how to act, and still we don't know what it is. As an actor, that's the world that I kind of created for myself to, I guess, justify Anton Chigurh's actions.
Okay, I guess we can stop here. We can see that this is anti-control in both ways. DI and OI, I think both are demons, and he's demonizing the sleep control. You can see the title of this video is pretty good for that. So he's going to be talking about stereotypes, and if you're an EP or an IP, this is most probably something triggering for you. You know, don't box me in feeling. I believe that's what we're gonna see. Also, it's a nice comparison because we know the interviewer is an INTJ, I guess, some sort of, so lead NI. So he has his organizing function at the top. Let's see.
I shouldn't say this, but people that have preconception or ideas of how you would be or how you are like.
That's a kind of trademark of DE double decider. I shouldn't be doing it, but I'm still doing it. Okay, other than that, what was he saying? I already forgot.
When they meet you, when they met me, they go, "Oh, I thought you were going to be more whatever." But usually they tend to say something more like, "I thought you were going to be more."
Yeah, they always have something. They always think that we are something else. Yes, unfortunately, everybody has these stereotypes. This is freaking triggering me. So, okay, I'm gonna move quickly. But this is the situation. I know, like, the trigger lies in the same place. So I relate a lot with him.
And you go, "Why should I?" And they get surprised that you are not. And I always say, what is surprising to me is that some people, they are. What do you think of yourself? Why do you think of yourself bigger, stronger, better than anybody else?
I think he has savior tribe, but that's not only it. He probably also has demon ego. And this is what it seems like to me, at least.
Because you have a job, because you're lucky to have a job, because you're lucky that you've made some money doing things, that doesn't make you better. But we live in a society that immediately when you are successful in what you do, whatever it is, you should be that kind of person that is thinking too big in himself. That's what people expect you to be. And that's
people's expectation, tracking the tribe's expectation. This is NDE, NIDE. So he doesn't have last, I believe. And look at his face. This is like, yeah, he's angry about it. I feel ya.
That's a disease. What should be normal is people behaving normally and saying, yes, I have been successful because
He's talking about a disease, which is he's demonizing ego pretty badly. So ego lust.
I work for it. I may have some skills, but I've been lucky. Fate has been nice so far with me. What power do I have with that?
No power over success. Everything is happening to him. So that is trademark OE. So he's a gatherer. He doesn't think that he's building for that, and also for like no power in sense of number 4, I believe.
And why would I give myself any power above you because that happened to me?
Okay, now in this video clip, she's asking him like, what do you remember about the Bond movie you did? And then we can observe some realizations. Is it in a savior state or a demon state? That's what we can look at. I think for extroverts, everything, like realization of everything, comes later. It can be consume lust, it can be sleep lust.
Many things, but one thing for sure is one day that I was shooting a scene that I was in a crystal glass cell, and then I was having a scene with Judi Dench playing them, and then Daniel was looking at me.
This video clip is also very nice to see, like if he's giving you the sensory report or is he like summarizing first. I believe we're like seeing all the sensory. I mean, literally we see it here, but yes, he's describing it so that you can actually visualize it. You don't have to see this picture.
And then I forgot my lines. Sam Mendes said, "What's going on?" Javier said, "Well, I just realized in this very moment that I'm in a James Bond movie."
Yes, realizations come later. That's what happens. I just realized it.
Em is looking at me, and Daniel Craig is really intense, looking at me like.
He's still talking about tribes' emotional situations.
And I'm the villain. What the hell happened?
It is so hard to believe he's always playing the villain.
So it took me a while to get on track again. Like, man, it's one of those dreams.
Okay, why is it taking so long to, switch between the intuition and sensing? When they're at the poles, it is not so easy to go back and forth. So right now, like the scene he's describing, like him realizing what's going on, he went into his sleep or his NI. And then it is taking time to get back to reality.
True, like, because I saw those movies with my father when I was 6, 7 years old.
Yeah.
The Spy Who Loved Me, Moonraker, and then all of a sudden, what am I doing here?
I think he knows what he wanted. He just does it like unconsciously, the sleep processing, like, okay, this is something that I love, and then he's building towards it without knowing, not intentional. I think we have enough proof for masculine sensory, masculine SF, but here just a little clip. Okay, here's another one with the masculine SE and FE. What do you do? Punch with the SF. So Punch is with the tribe.
¿Cómo se siente ser el único hombre del mundo que disfruta trabajando con su mujer?
La pregunta es de una falta de gusto.
The question is of extremely bad taste. That's it. And yes, here is my subjective typing result for Javier Bardem. So I believe him to be an ESTP jumper, MM, SEFE, play consume lust, sleep lust, number 4. So probably this is his type. If you want to type him as well, just let me know, please. If somebody else in the leaderboard types him, I can put their typing results also in the description. You will find more in the description. My full typing journal is in there if you want to read instead. And I will also add some more links. Just also wanted to mention that I am starting a new project. If anybody is interested in free story circle sessions, please let me know. I will leave the form below. Take care.